So how have customers been successfully implementing our platform into their business? In this case, we are referring to Kiwa. And Kiwa is a global top 20 player for certifications, inspections, audits, and trainings. And they selected our platform for their safety inspections. And they facilitated a full transformation from custom build to a composable enterprise over their entire business line. And they were able to take about 70% of the components already off the shelf and added some new developments themselves. So at the start, Kiwa was working with a Navision setup and a lot of office apps to track their processes and to generate documents or to process forms. It was pretty labor intensive to manage their processes and to change templates or to implement changes in regulations. And that's what they wanted to change. They wanted to be able to respond faster, but also to use historical data since they were not working with a database-driven structure. On the last part, they wanted to integrate building information as part of their CRM processes. So the first step was to replace the business-critical office apps and to interface it with their Navision application. So they started with a composition of question and answers, asset management, customer registration, and document generation. And the result of that process was that they could onboard new customers much easier than in their previous environment. Their composition was containing functionality related to the workflows, activities to generate the documents, asset management, and the inspection schemes. And after doing that, they were so excited that they onboarded their own development capabilities on the platform and to improve further acceptance of the platform. And in the second stage, they were partially replacing their Navision for their CRM processes, their quotes, and their building asset management. And within this phase, they were able to reuse for the CRM all functionality off the shelf, for the quotes also almost all functionality, and they built some new functionality to integrate their assets into their CRM processes. And since many assets are regularly transferred to different owners, they wanted to make their CRM process asset-oriented and not customer-oriented. And as a result of that, they could automate their quote processing on a very high level. And they were able to make much more efficiency in their back office since they were able to have one back office employee per two inspectors. They could increase it to 1-on-4. So they doubled actually their back office efficiency. And with that successes and enthusiasm, they went to the next step. So after adding those CRM functionalities, they moved on to the full phase out of Navision by integrating the procurement, time tracking, invoicing, which they could almost retrieve fully from the shelf. And at the end, they implemented Dynamics 365 for Finance as a company-wide financial solution, and they were able to phase out their legacy software. By implementing that process, they were very data-centric, since all data from all objects and all properties were integrated into their database, and they can now work much more efficient and respond quicker to changing regulations. So in their end state, they were having an application which represents this composition and that integrates actually all their activities. And the learnings that they have from this implementation is that they are now able to act quick and respond, but also that it's never finished. It's a different way of approaching business software. It's not project driven, but it's just continuous optimization driven. And they build up a team with their own experts and their own key users. They are improving their application and their processes on a daily basis.